there is an idea that seems to be quite logical and very rational, and that is that you're solid. This is misinformation. You are not solid. You have density, but you're not solid. You're not a rock, but even rocks aren't solid. You are an accumulation of molecules, which means that you are the physical manifestation of the God power. Everything that you are has been created divinely. From your body, to your emotions, to your thoughts, to your soul, your spirit, the clothes you're wearing, the chair you're sitting on, the air you're breathing, the food you eat, there is nothing that is solid, permanent. However, you are eternal. You have always existed. You will always exist. But within that misunderstanding, we find it very curious that you take this divine physical manifestation of the God power and you put an illness to it, a restriction, a limitation, an imbalance, and you call that normal, and that's simply the way of healing. This is a misunderstanding. No condition, and I will say that again, no condition, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional, or energetic, is real. Your subjective mind has taken hold of that idea and keeps repeating into your molecules that this is okay, it's something you're going through, you might have it a longer, you might have it permanently, don't know, and it sends a continuous message that you are going through a condition, whether it is struggle on any level, mental, emotional, physical, or financial. That is a false idea. It's very radical in that sense because many people have a condition and they identify with that condition as though this is my life, this is my body, this is what I am dealing with now. We are not telling you to stop your medication. No, no, no. We are not telling you to stop going to your wonderful doctors. Absolutely not. We are not telling you that anything that you are doing right now is wrong. We are not saying that. But what we are saying is that you have a greater opportunity within you to change the impulses of that message on a molecular level right now. With this power you always have, it will never go away. But the mind, this wonderful subjective mind, begins to tell the Creator that is always moving with you, constant in action, constantly perfect. You end up telling that Creator somehow, no, it's okay, I'll deal with this. No, it's okay, don't heal me because various reasons. And the way that you say no is that you get into this mindset that when you've got a problem, instead of going to the Creator first, your mind goes into what action do I need to take, which just continues the impulse of that message. You are now cooperating with that condition will grow in your life, because the Creator does not judge but creates more. If you put an idea that I don't have enough education, so I can't get the job that I want or the money that I want, guess what you're going to get more of? You put an impulse into those molecules that are not solid and are not even on third dimension. You just put an impulse in them, and that impulse is going to repeat and repeat and repeat and grow and grow and grow, because after all, you have a generous Creator. It's going to happen. You have an opportunity with what we set in today, if you are willing to begin to shift those impulses out of a false reality. And why I say it's false, it's real, but it's not true. And there's a difference. Many things can happen to you. You can stub your toe. You can have a little fender bender with your automobile. You can have great things and not so great things. But to understand how powerful you are as a being right now, and what is happening right now in your reality, is to understand there is nothing that is solid. The only reason that that chair is holding up your body is because there's a difference in density. And you also trust, you've got a molecular impulse that says, well, I can go ahead and sit down in this chair, this couch, and it will hold me for as long as I need it to. That impulse goes into the molecules of the chair, the couch, and it does that thing. If for some reason you are not in confidence, you don't have confidence for the chair you're going to sit on. You know that wonderful, fragile, antique, yes, that you find in your grandmother's house? And she's little tiny, and you are not. And you go to sit in that wonderful little fragile, antique, over 100-year-old chair, and the whole thing falls apart. But how many times did you have an image of that before it happened? A worry, a fear. Those impulses went into that thing, and it created that experience. Could you have sat down in that little, fragile, over 100-year-old chair if you believed it would hold you? Yes. And without question. We say these things because as you are gaining more light in you, this becomes more and more important for an awareness that you are affecting everything all the time. People will say, well, I've got a condition. I can't get paid because you only pay me at the end of the month, so that's where my money is going to come in. And guess what's going to happen? That's exactly it. You won't get any more. You will struggle and worry if you're going to make it to the next paycheck. And you actually are putting the impulses into the molecules to do that exact thing. If you said today, I'm abundant, that is it. We played a game with Memra. This is so. Millions of dollars could be in your bank account right now, and the bank would never question it. Oh, she had to think about this one. In the finance field, and he thought, well, that's I just put into the molecules. That's not possible. Well, God is everything, so that's curious. So she is being with that right now. Being with that right now. Is this a reality? Yes, but even greater, it's a truth. So any conditions you have ever held on any level, dear one, is not true, because can God have a cold? No. Does God wear glasses? No. Does God have cancer? No. Is God poor? Not my God. That would be a little bitty God. Is God's a big God? No. Does God have back problems? No. No. Does God have relationship problems? No. No. When you really bring into you the understanding of this, it bears repeating, because in that power is only this moment right now. There's not the next moment, or yesterday, or tomorrow. Everything is being created right now, right here. Even before I say that, it's already done. As your emotional, energetic body fills with this light, this will become more intense as an awareness to know, whoa, dear, what am I thinking right now? What have I agreed to? Did I just tell God no? It's all right, God, I'll take care of it. I'll figure it out. I'll get everything lined up. Although I'm a little worried about it, how am I going to do this and how am I going to do that? My dear ones, it's though God standing there saying, I already did that. Thank you, okay, but let's see, how am I going to do that? No, it's okay, I already did all of that. Okay, well, that's nice, but what am I going to do? That's your subjective thinking. So your subjective thinking is really having a difficult time right now. And it's going to get even more exciting. I won't say worse, because I know where your mind goes to. But it's going to get exciting, because that part finally gives away to your soul saying, of course it is. Why not? That begins to come into your consciousness so much that you may think, why? What is this? How am I thinking? I am feeling this is absolutely true. I can do these things. Am I crazy? Have I lost my mind? No. You have come back into the truth that you are a physical manifestation of the entire God power. That's a big statement. It's a lot to take in. Sometimes your mind doesn't know how to take that in. Just breathe it in. Let it be. Because your soul knows how to take that in. But your consciousness may not know how. I inform you of all of these things because even over the next 3 weeks, this is going to become quite intense in your life. You will see how quickly you think something and it happens. It may shock you quite a lot. But it's because you're coming back into your natural way of being. I think it's a lot more fun. Wouldn't it be lovely to think of a wonderful meal and it just shows up in front of you? It's all molecules, dear one. It's not magic. It is miraculous, but it is your participation in reality differently. Be very careful, dear one, and judging others right now. Be very careful, because it's a ricochet. It goes out, it comes right back in. All right? It's a ricochet. If you are complaining about somebody else, regardless of the good intent for discussing this, understand all that comes from you goes back to you. It's a ricochet. Boom, right back. And guess what? It multiplies coming back. Because you have a generous creator. Oh, you want that? Here's more. Oh, you want that? Here's more. So, please be very careful to not be complaining about other people and to judging other people. And you know exactly what I'm talking about right now, don't you? Because everybody in the news is talking about this poor man. Dear ones, he is who he is. You do not know the good that will come from all of this. I do. So know that if you think there will be good that comes from this, then good comes to you. Ta-da! Isn't it wonderful? So you don't have to be complaining about people. You bless them. God bless me, God bless them. Then blessings get to come back to you multiplied. All right? Learn to be energetically selfish. Self is capital S, capital E, capital L, capital F, a little ish on the end. Self, because it's all your own reality. It doesn't just go out there and disappear. It doesn't. So remember, whatever you speak, whatever you think, comes right back to you. All right? Create a better reality by staying with your truth.